Hey everybody, hello. How do I think I'm gonna move this thing a little bit? There we go. Better. On beautiful Martha's Vineyard. Hey Anastasia. Shalom. So great, I can always depend on you, Anastasia. It is fabulous.
More so even than your wife.
Yes, that's right. Well, if my hair is a bit of a mess and I'm unshaven, it's only because I'm losing my mind.
And because you went
Oh, and because I went to play frisbee golf
again.
again. What a terrific thing to do. And here on Martha's Vineyard, it's in the woods. It's very beautiful. Well, I'm going to try and be more centered today than yesterday. Yesterday I was a little off balance, and I don't think it showed too much, but I was kind of emotional. So today I'm going to do this. I'm going to shut up and dribble.
Great. Okay, let's see. Wait, here we are.
Are you on?
Yes.
Can you see people?
Hi.
Hi. Margaret Lang is on.
Anastasia and Margaret Lang and Manuel Lampone. Manuel.
Oh, see, I don't even see that. Manny! Oh, that's great. I love that. Hey. How are things in New Orleans? And Maura Marlin, hello. Good afternoon. Wow, I'm hearing a little feedback. Are you hearing that? That's okay. Yeah, that's better. Anyways, oh man, yeah, I was just explaining that things were a bit nutty for me yesterday. I was somewhat off balance. I'm better today. Thank you. What was it? I've been watching that series on the Chicago Bulls, and really mostly about Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. I've played sports all my life, but I've never been much of a sports fan. Well, that's not true. I was a sports fan when I was a young kid. I would say until about 1974. And then I sort of drifted back in around 86. I drift in and out different years, but I think I'm going to become a sports fan because of this documentary. And I've been missing out. And it's not about, well, I don't know what it's about, but the documentary is so moving to me. It's about competition and winning, absolutely, but it's so much more. It's about human nature, parts of human nature that I don't understand yet, but I feel like it's very important. There it is. Yeah. I really recommend it. I don't know what could I say about it, honey? What have I told you that was meaningful about this documentary?
That you liked it.
Yeah, I've never been...
For like a non-sports person to be so captured, it has to be very interesting.
Yeah, and I'm not a non-sports person. I like watching sports when I'm watching it. I don't seek it out, and I don't know much about histories, of teams. I know more about the Mets than any other team, and that already puts me in 0.00001% of the world in terms of my sports knowledge. But yeah, this is a beautiful documentary. I mean, it's really I can't say enough about it. Makes me, you know, with sports, like, I always wanted to win. I always wanted to be I wanted to be the best that I could be in a sport. What does that say? Oh my God, we just
paired you through Alexa.
Wow.
Awesome. You're reverberating in their living room.
Wow. I love that. Yeah, in fact, I had a long talk with Siri the other day, and I realized, like, why am I getting mad at Siri? You know, Siri has issues. And once I accepted that, Siri and I got along. We don't talk much, but when we do, it's pleasant. All right, I'm going to play a song. Here's a song about power. This was written about Queen Marie. Honey, can you tilt that amp just that way a little bit so it's feeding back? I don't know if y'all can hear that. On Alexa, you probably can. No, not that way. Push that where the QSC is. Push it towards the couch.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's great. Yeah. I think that's better. Nah. You know what? It's coming from inside the piano. Yeah. It's all right. Anyways, and we're back. So this was written for the Queen of Romania, Marie, Queen of Romania, who wrote a memoir that I believe was called Marie, Queen of Romania. And it was written, yes, it was catchy, and it sold very well.
Did it?
It did.
Really?
Yeah. And I believe it was written in 1904, I want to say. Maybe 1914. Maybe 1921. I don't know. My brain is a steel sieve. Anyway, she was imported from England to be Queen of Romania. And was a very entitled person. Felt like, this is who I am. I'm the Queen of Romania because I was born into it. Destiny. And she was a beautiful writer. I loved reading this book. It's in the public domain. I recommend that you get it if you can. It's online for free on Gutenberg.org, I think it is.
The public domain means that copyright expired.
Right, the copyright expired. It's free. Anyway, this song uses a lot of her language, and it's here it is. Once I was a stranger to this people. Now I'm proud to say I'm not. Sure, they're neglected, superstitious peasants, but with a grand nobility in their lot. Frugal and sober with one clear wish, from crippled midgets to each ungainly gawk. They only want to own the land they live on. 'Tis the monotonous refrain of all their talk. The peasants here are never in a hurry. Time plays no part, life here is truly free. Amongst the piglets, birds, dogs, and disorder, half-naked, black-eyed children crawl in glee. When women travel, they all wear black, with a snow-white cloth wrapped round their lovely heads. There's dusky figures graze the walls approaching with heavy staffs, ghost-like, ghost-like they tread. And I said, somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. It might as well be me. Folks here have been crushed and so maltreated. Their songs are sad, dances slow, their voices faint. On festive days they list around in circles. The dance is joyless, their love songs long are silent, shadowy specters, a sinister aloofness in their eyes. Their long gray beards grow like lichens. They clearly don't hang out with other guys. Living with these sad and noble peoples, these shrunken hags in God's neglected steeples, the otherworldly mystery of gypsies, monks, and brides, the overbearing history that never quite subsides. And I say to myself, somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. It might as well be me. The sea was dead calm, the sand was dazzling white. Waves of heat rose through the ground. The entire world seemed to be gasping for breath. The earth was now flat all around. I alone was moving upon this immensity. Sky, sea, and sand all belong to me. Sky, sea, and sand all belong to me. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. It might as well be me. Everybody. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. Somebody's got to be queen. It might as well be me. Might as well be me. Might as well be me. Thank you.
Tom Sands Sr. is here. And
Great.
Niasi.
Ah, hello. Great.
And Lyle Austin.
Hey, Lyle.
And he got lots of hearts for that one.
Oh, thank you. Great. Love it. Love the bubbles. Yes. Yeah. I was a little nutty yesterday. I think, you know, I don't think I'm alone in that, the stakes seem so high nowadays with everything going on, and I'm afraid about the end of humanity and things like that, and it's just it makes you anxious. But if I calm down and, you know, truthfully, like, I know this is difficult to accept for me and others, but I don't care who you vote for. I care why. And I think most people, like the vast majority of people, are voting for whoever they're voting for the same reason that I'm voting for whoever I'm voting for. And that's very hard to accept.
What? I don't think that's true.
Well, not, you know, when I get detailed, but I mean, do people really want, you know, do people think they really want inequality? Do people really think they want fascism? Do people really think they want war?
Everybody wants health and happiness for their families.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm saying, you know, it's very hard to accept now the idea that we want the same things, but I think we do. Most of us.
Of course we do. Ethel Fusera is watching.
Ethel
And David
is back.
David Rawson.
Hey, David. Oh, great. I feel a little more centered today. Here's a tune, speaking of universal. I don't know if everybody had a little blip there, but we did. All right, here we go. Everybody wishes they were on vacation, making billions every hour. Some people got me nervous cause they want to make those billions so bad. Everybody thinks they'd be better off with lots of muscle, brains, and power. And some people got me nervous cause they want to make those billions so bad. Everybody wants to sit and watch the TV while they're eating. I know I do. Some people got me nervous cause they don't want to feel no pain. Everybody wants to binge watch till they're brain dead while they're eating pints of ice cream. And some people got me nervous cause they never want to feel no pain. Everybody wants to pick their nose and scratch their ass in public. Some people got me nervous cause they don't want to be a little vain. Everybody wants to strip and air their dirty laundry out in public. And some people got me nervous cause they don't want to get just a little vain. Please be vain. Everybody wants to shut you down. Some people better got me nervous cause they want to shut you down so bad. Everybody wants to shut you down just to get a little piece of pie. Some people got me nervous cause they want to shut us down so bad. Empathy's exhausting, and even the world forever, yeah, yeah. I know just how you feel. One of these days I'll know how to play that one.
Ethel Fusero asked where we are.
Oh, we are on beautiful Martha's Vineyard.
At the Broad Meadow Bed and Breakfast.
Should I say that?
Yes. Bed and breakfast.
At the Broad Meadow Bed and Breakfast. Say that 5 times fast, everybody. The Broad Meadow Bed. It's hard. The Broad Meadow Bed and Breakfast. The Broad Meadow Bed and Breakfast.
You can say bread and breakfast.
You could, because that's a big part of it. The proprietress of the bed and breakfast is the best bread baker in the country.
Oh,
So,
you sound like Trump.
no.
Yes, the bread is good. Nobody's ever made bread like it.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to do a Trump. I don't know how to do it. I can sort of approach the face. Nah, can't do it. Anyway, what was it about? Oh, you know what? This weekend from Martha's Vineyard will be dedicated. I should have done this last night because it was Robert Potts's birthday, who was the man of this beautiful house that you can
Show
see.
a picture of him.
Oh yeah, here he is.
If he looks familiar to people.
Yeah, if he looks familiar, it's because he was a news anchor,
Reporter.
news reporter,
On Channel 4.
Channel 4, and New York.
Today he would be 90. Marjory?
Yeah, we were 90 yesterday, but I was a child bride.
90.
And Marjorie
Yes.
wants us to tell you.
That she was a child bride. As was Maura. I don't think you should say you were a child bride, because it makes Robert into a pedophile.
Who said it?
Anyway, we're dedicating this only RP, Robert Potts. Here's one. Written for Anne Lewinson, who wrote a book, written for the book that Anne Lewinson wrote called Still Life with Meredith, which is out now at your local book dashery. It's about this thick. It's a novella, yeah. It's a very chewy little novella, and fascinating, really well written. What would I call it? The internet is messing this one up. It's going off and on. Is it going off and on with you?
A little bit, but it comes right back.
Yeah. Anyways, it's I would call it feminist fiction. That's not particularly linear, but great. Like the sentences are great. The writing is great. Anyways, here is the song. Meredith spelled listen with no T. Why should we listen to she? But everybody listens to Meredith. Meredith says we met yesterday, not at the Camp Peas Blossom Play. And everybody listens to Meredith. Meredith's got the perfect shape. Meredith's money is a scissors and tape. Meredith's got me feeling her grape, and there's no escape. Still life with Meredith. Meredith takes what Meredith wants. Meredith teases and Meredith taunts. And everybody wants to be Meredith. Meredith can be such a flirt. It's so easy when nothing hurts. And everybody wants to be Meredith. Meredith's got the perfect shape. Meredith's money is the scissors and tape. Meredith's got me peeling her grape, and there's no with Meredith. When I change the focus of this song, Meredith fidgets and Meredith yawns. Doesn't get my lack of fashion. She doesn't heat up to my passion, the itch that never satisfies. I want her jeans, I want her thighs, like that part of a Bonaparte that moved 3 times and touched my heart. She's gone now, but she'll be back. Gotta feed her dead birds and hide her dead cat. Meredith's got the perfect shape. Meredith's money is the scissors and tape. Meredith's got me peeling her grape, and there's no escape. Still life with Meredith. Still life with Meredith.
Love that.
Oh, thank y'all. I can't do this on this piano. Urgh. And so it was missing that. But
Why can't you do that?
it's too hard of a
Hard.
touch.
Interesting.
It's
Bob Douglas is here.
oh,
He says, howdy, folks.
Hattie.
Serene Nyase says, hi, Nick.
Hi, Serene.
And nice singing, Nick.
Oh, thank you. How do you pronounce your name? Serene? Is it?
Serene, yes, probably Serene. Yeah. And Anastasia wants to know if you ever heard of Roger Day. He's a children's singer and musician. He also has songs that are 100% Blues Clues style.
Wow.
He must be good.
Yes. 100% Blues Clues style that's Blues Clues. He must be writing Blues Clues music.
Maybe he is.
I don't know Roger Day, but I will look him up now. Roger Day. Good name.
Yeah, it is a good name.
And it goes with Nick Knight.
Roger Day and Nick Knight.
Yeah. We could have a team. Well, now it's time for the instrumental portion of the show.
The vampire song.
Yes, so this is a song called Vampires, and after I played it yesterday, I was told that it did not sound like vampires to the people.
We're calling
Yeah.
it the Angel Song.
Angel? No. But I think of this as evocative of vampires, but I have a different view of maybe than,
Ghosts.
It's very graceful, very glidey,
Ghosts.
but kind of yicky.
Yicky.
You don't think it's yicky for somebody to draw blood from your neck with their teeth?
Yeah, but the song was not yicky.
No, but it's kind of, it has there's parts of it that are, Rachel, I see you. That means Rachel and Mike. Anyways, you know, Joel and Salum were here last night. They were in Facebook land watching. And they witnessed, you know, I don't know, was that, you think it was as close as I came to breaking down in the middle of a show? Maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. And with no further ado, I'll bring you vampires. Yes. Here it is. No, here it is. Thank you.
So somebody named Cameron Rabinu is watching.
Oh, Cameron Rabinow. Yeah, we went to
Nick,
high
I'm
school.
watching you play, listening to your voice, and all I can think of is the play you, Dave, and Lee and performed in our humanities class in high school. I was in awe of the talent the three of you displayed. No surprise, you became a professional musician. You seem the same person.
That's nice. Yes. Socrates Mania.
Mania, yeah. And tell her, David, that Dave is interested in reviving.
Yeah, Dave Wild has recently told me wants to revive it. I found it. I never made a down, but Seth Kometz remembers everything, and I sent him all the words, and he was singing it to me, and I don't know.
Yeah, soon when
it's high
Broadway
school.
reopens.
Yeah. But thank you, Cameron. Oh, that's great.
And Jennifer Manning is here, and Rachel says, "Wish we could all be together." Yeah.
I know. And when we're back in the Peopleverse, it is going to be crazy. It's going to be like the summer of love, but much more than a summer.
Now do your new one that you did last night.
Really?
Yeah. People will love it.
All right.
Marjory.
I've got a new one.
No, I don't want
Newish.
to.
That,
Nobody can hear you.
that
Or see you. Nobody
Maura
can
wants.
see
All right. Go something like this. I wasn't going to play this, but
you. Can't see you. That's
Maura is requesting.
Right.
I used to peddle Bibles by the truckload, but people seem to need them less and less. Then I hawked water, bottles spilling off the shelves, but the competition caused me too much stress. So I pushed air fresh and clean, not like LA. The packaging was the overhead from packaging was more than I could pay. But then I finally found that no one else has got, and I can finally fritter on my mansion in my yard. Vaccine for sale, vaccine for sale. People, everybody's lining up, vaccine for sale. The world will have met the price I have set. I'm dancing on a cloud, vaccine for sale. I know that it will work, 'cause I've explored it. Saving all the lives of those who can't afford it. Vaccine for sale, vaccine for sale. I finally got it made, vaccine for sale. Oh!
the president. I ought to be arrested. Vaccine for sale. Vaccine for sale. I finally got it made. I've got my own parade. Next stop, Medicaid. Vaccine for sale.
That's terrific. That's very funny.
Rachel Smith says, "Go Nick."
Thank y'all. Ah, boy. Yep. Whoever makes that vaccine, even if you make a fake one, I mean, I think Putin is going to be making some money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There are all kinds of people. I think I could be making some money
We all quit.
for that.
Blood plasma. Blood plasma was another. The FDA apologized. The head of the FDA. They're saying try blood, whatever.
What about plaster of Paris? That hasn't been thrown in yet.
Get out
Well,
of the E's and move on to disease.
Fauci says that the most effective drug for COVID-19 is probably going to be a cocktail like the AIDS drugs.
Mm-hmm. Or like a Manhattan.
But that's a treatment and not a vaccine.
For the meantime, I suggest we settle for things like the winter margarita. Which is, what is that, like
The winter margarita with
hot
grapefruit?
peppers and, grapefruit juice, tequila, hot, cayenne pepper and salt mixed around the rim, and lime.
And maybe a little mezcal. Oh, yeah,
Simple
you
syrup
definitely
is in
need
there.
simple
Yeah,
syrup.
and there it is.
Or how about the COVID?
Or the COVID killer.
The COVID
That's the name
killer.
of a great drink. Ground turmeric. I mean, not ground, like fresh turmeric in a juicer.
Turmeric
You juice turmeric,
turmeric root.
turmeric root, ginger root. These are juiced. Then what? What else? Tequila, of course.
And maybe some juice?
Lime, a lot of lime. And lemon. Lime and lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That's what it does to you. You drink it and you're like,
But it's good.
yeah. And it feels like, I'm sure it doesn't happen, but it feels like your immune system gets a boost. Here's a tune.
People check you for direction. Reporter asks you a question, and all you can muster is a useless filibuster. Time to take the gloves off. Using a disaster as the perfect way to plaster up the walls round the poles while you surround yourself with trolls. Time to take the gloves off. Who are we when what we face? Direction of the human race. Step up or step us up and die. There's less and less that we won't do to lose the likes of you. You and I are on the same page, infected with a rage, broken, helpless in a building, and suddenly we're children. But now it's time to take the gloves off. Who are we when what we face is the possible destruction of the human race? say. You flip the truth from day to day. Time to take the gloves off. This plague is a mystery, but you'll go down in history, making this mess much worse. We gotta clean it up now and get to work. Time to take the gloves off. Don't know who we are or how we got to this place. All I know is I can't wait to touch my face. Ooh-hoo.
There it is.
That was very good.
Oh, thank y'all.
Nice piano playing, Nick.
Oh, thank you. Who said that? Thank you, Serene.
And Robert Douglas is back. And lots of bubbles.
Well, I'm going to tune this, move stuff around, and play some ukulele. In some ways, this is the only one that I can think of. Well, I'll talk about it later. But there's a line in this next song that I never really, didn't really hit me until sometime earlier this week when I realized what it meant. Here we go. Yeah. You can't tune a ukulele. Everybody knows that. Here we go. I'm gonna move stuff around. Oh, what?
Debbie Shugo is watching.
Hello, Debbie Shugo. What are people saying, honey?
That's it.
Nobody's saying anything?
No, it's not really a medium where people can say things.
Sure, they write things. They make comments. Okay, there we go. And then I move that. Maybe I can tilt this. Maybe that will work.
Can tilt it.
Let's see. Am I here? There I am. That can work. Yes. Okay. So here's a tune. Now there's a line in here. Don't let her out much except at night. And I never thought about that line before earlier this week. I just thought it was, a rhyme, and I didn't think about the meaning of it. Anyway, something to cogitate on. Makes the song just even
A little darker.
even a little darker than it already is. It's not my song. Here it is. Perhaps you'll know it. Turpentine and dandelion wine. I've turned the corner, now I'm doing fine. Shooting at the birds on the telephone line, picking them off with this gun of mine. I got fire in my belly, got fire in my head, going high and high till I'm dead. Sister Sue, she's short and stout. She didn't grow up, she grew out. Mama says she's plain, but she's just being kind. Papa says she's pretty, but he's almost blind. God, don't let her out much, except at night. But I don't care, 'cause I'm alright. Oh, the
sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home, and the young folks lay on the floor. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. Keep them hard times away from my door. Brother Gene, he's big and mean. He don't have much to say. He had a little woman who he whooped each day, but now she's gone away. He got drunk last night, kicked mama down the stairs, but I'm alright, so I don't care. Oh, the sun shines every bright on my old Kentucky home, and the young folks roll on the floor. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. Keep them hard times away from my door. Turpentine and a dandelion wine, I've turned the corner, now I'm doing fine. Shooting at the birds on the telephone line, picking them off with this gun of mine. I got fire in my belly and a fire in my head, going high and high till I'm dead.
Hank Cornblatt is watching with us.
Hank?
Hank!
Oh,
Hank,
he's so great.
you might recognize the backdrop.
How did Hank know?
He's just stumbled on it, I think.
No,
Lucky.
he's always commenting. He's Mr. Facebook as well as Mr. Bridget.
He's Mr. Facebook.
Yes,
That's
but
what-
how did he know it was the Robert Potts weekend?
That's right.
Well, he might
For-
know that it was his uncle's birthday.
But still, why would he tie it to my Facebook Live page? Because he knew somehow. Anyways, that was that one. I got another ukulele song. That was, by the way, by Randy Newman. And I think it's the only Randy Newman that I can think of. No, it's not. It's not. I was gonna say it's the only one that is like a straight up country song, but it's not. And he doesn't do it like that. But it sort of is. But it's based on a Stephen Foster song called "My Old Kentucky Home." This one being called "My Old Kentucky Home." But it's great to listen to them back to back. Yeah. A little American history.
How are you able to see who's on? I can't. I used to be able to.
Oh, if your comments are off,
No, my comments are on. It says 20 comments, but I can see a few.
I think if the only way to see who's on is by being on my page, right, honey? Are you on my page?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be. It won't open.
No. You can't be on. I mean, Maura is looking from my Facebook account. All right, here's one in the style of the Stooges, but by me. About how when we go to school, we get these grades. And I have at least one schoolmate in here with me, Cameron. But anyway, we get branding.
Mike.
Oh, and Mike! I don't think of Mike as a schoolmate. I think of Mike as a life coach. Anyways, yeah. So when we go to school, we get branded with grades, and the grades stick with us for the rest of our lives, for better and for worse, and that's life. What did Rachel say there?
She put prayer hands.
No, it's all right. Mike knows exactly what he's doing. Here we go. B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. are thoughtful than most, but not as thoughtful as many. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. I give away my thoughts for just under a penny. Got a case of silver medals in a pretty good house. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. Don't got an extra bed, but I got a fold-out couch. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. I have a dream, a B plus dream. Nobody's giving out grades, but still I get an A. B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. I do my exercise, but not enough to build a muscle. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. I work pretty hard, but I hardly ever hustle. Don't got a lot of money, but I do okay. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. Not living the dream yet, but I will someday. I'm a B plus guy, I'm a B plus guy. Someday, 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 I'm gonna get an A. So degrading.
Love that one.
There it is.
Lots of hearts and bubbles.
Ah, thank you. Yes. I don't know that, are we ever really happy with our grade brands? I mean, I'm resigned to be happy with that I'm a B plus guy, but it's no end of frustration.
We don't get.
It's branded. I'm stuck with it. I don't know what to do with it. And if I were an A guy, I might be even more upset. I don't know. There'd be more pressure on me.
Jason just said owning it.
Trying to own it, but I kind of don't want to own it. Anyways, and we're back. All right. Here's the last song. Thank you so much for sticking with me, especially after yesterday's debacle.
Ethel said forget it.
Forget what?
The B plus. No one cares anymore, she said.
Believe me, I know. I've thought about that. Yeah, if I were a C guy, I wouldn't be so neurotic. Anyways, you know, there's pros and cons to whatever you get. You get what you get, and you get upset. Here's
This is the last song.
the last song.
Of the afternoon.
Yes, about nothing less than the entire history and zeitgeist of America, as it always has been and always will be. Didn't feel the danger of watching the Lone Ranger on TV. A cultural vigilante on TV. Was good versus I had for repression of depression. Side effects include vomiting, erratic mood, disorientation. Didn't feel the danger of watching the Lone Ranger on TV. Now, Johnny Depp was Comanche, a cultural vigilante on TV. Those railroaders squeeze the engines, and Chinese Depp all cheap labor.
Well, this pill just might help you slumber. Tonto was praised, his village was raised to the ground. Scheme seemed absurd, he wore a dead bird like a crown. Every month for $19 help these pet dogs that are stuck with abuse. I think it's gone, but it's on the track. Railroad's here and we're looking back from the caboose. Didn't feel the danger of watching the Lone Ranger on TV. Johnny Depp was Comanche, a cultural vigilante on TV. On TV. On TV. Watching the Lone Ranger on TV. On TV. On TV. On TV. Hi-oh, Silver. You hear the vacuum in the background? It was on for a bit.
Lots of bubbles.
Ah, thank you. Anyway, there it is. The Industrial Revolution as it pertains to everything and everything else in one song. Everything is a...
And here's to Robert.
Yes, and here's to Robert Potts, the man of this house.
Who made this house.
Who made this house, literally. Yes. Very, very fine house. With lots of turkeys in the yard. Anyway.
Thank you, Rachel says.
Ah, thank you. Thank you all for maintaining my sanity.
Is that vacuum in the background a rainbow? Bravo, Ethel says.
Wow, that's some synesthesia there. Got to think about that.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I will see you next Friday. I'll be back in Brooklyn. Next Saturday I'm off because I have an actual gig in the Peopleverse in Watch Hill, Long Island, which is a national seashore. We'll be playing on a deck. It's with Row and the Nomads, the quintet version of that band. Mostly reggae and R&B. You take the ferry from Patchogue, the Davis ferry, and you go to Watch Hill. From 2:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon next Friday. So I'm sure I'll see you all there.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Ah, right. Next Friday, back on Facebook, but in Brooklyn. And there it is. Thank you all so much. See you later. Have a lovely time.